I just need another hour to memorize my script.
Okay, team. You got it. Heebie Jeebees, you guys ready to roll here?
Ready.
Okay, let's do this. Anytime.
Sleigh bells ring. We're starting.
Go for it, guys.
Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird. Here to stay is the new bird. Sings a love song.
Go ahead, Dave,
as we
anytime.
go along. Walking in
Well, hello,
a winter
everyone.
wonderland.
Welcome to Home Alone Together, where we get to be home alone together on the longest night of the year in the longest year of our lives. You're listening to a little bit of the Heebee Jeebees, and we're going to be chatting with them a little bit later on the show. But that's what tonight is all about. We all get to be home alone together. And we're so thrilled to be doing that. And we're doing it right here at the Calgary Tower. Now, this is the thing we were saying earlier. I want all of you that have a candle to go and get a candle, because tonight we're going to be lighting candles just to bring us all together. And if you got a candle, nice candle, but nothing to put it in, just go to your garage and pick one of the 475 empty wine bottles in there, bring it into your house and stick the candle in there, and you'll be set. I'm so excited that we get to hang out here and bring some warmth, some light as I stand here on the biggest candle in our city, the biggest candle in Canada. Now, I know we're all doing our best to be safe, and I want everyone at home to know that I'm in this building. The Calgary Tower isn't open here to the public right now, but their gift shop open Wednesday to Sunday afternoons if you'd like to come and get something. So this is my safe spot. I was given an X. There's only 2 other people here. They have masks on, and we're all being very, very safe. We're going to have such a great night. We're going to have special artists who are going to put on performances just for you, just for tonight. We're also going to have special Calgarians stopping in and saying hello, like Haley Wickenheiser and Bret Hart and Kelly Rudy. Giordano is going to be part of the show. And I don't know that I've ever actually done a show with Gio before. He's going to be stopping in to say hello. It's going to be such a tremendous show. And I spent all afternoon writing this script out for all these deep thoughts that I want to tell you about. And page 1 is already gone. I want to talk about Dave Kelly Live, a show that I've been able to do for a while. And those of you that have been with me, you know I have some very special friends that get to do that show with me. We got Mandy Stobo, who's joining us and who's doing all our art with us today. So all the art you're going to see drawn on the show is done by her. Hi, Mandy Stobo. You popped right up. Mandy, it's so good to see you, and thanks for being here. I can't hear you, but that doesn't mean you're not talking. It could be you're muted, or it could be I'm just listening for it.
True, it's because I was muted. Hi, everybody. Happy holidays. Thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited for the show, Dave.
I am thrilled that you're going to be here with us here. And you got our friend Jim Button with us too, don't we? Let's see, is Jim here? Jim, are you there? Hi, Jim. How's it going?
Hi, guys.
Oh,
Long time no see. Oh, that's not it. I got to practice that.
Normally, Jim, you do big announcements, and you have a big announcement to come. So I just want to be sure your voice is warm and you're ready. I also want to bring in Russ Broom while you're focusing and meditating. Our good friend, Russ Broom. Hey, Russ, how are you doing?
Howdy.
It's you. Now, I happen to know that you have a very special friend who's going to be hanging out with you.
Oh!
Mitty the Wonder Dog.
Mitty the Wonder Dog is with us, and the great Jann. Jann, there she is. Oh, and she's gone.
I was trying to give Russ his moment, like without me sitting here.
Well, you know what? Why don't we say that Russ is joining us today with his manservant, female servant, Jann. So thanks, Jann, for being Russ's handy helper here tonight. It's very nice of you to be here.
My boss, Dave.
You were my boss.
Oh, man, is this going to be fun? First of all, I just wanted to find out, how has your year been? And give me one thing you're grateful for. First, Mandy, how you doing? What are you grateful for?
You guys, I love you so much. It's been such a tough year for so many. I am so grateful for the time with my family. I'm so grateful to be able to accept change and change my life and be with the kids and make things for a living. So thank you, everybody.
So good. Jimmy, how have you been?
I've been well, Dave. Thanks. And for that, I'm grateful. But I'm really grateful that my kids are home now, too. That is super awesome.
And you got to go skiing today?
I went skiing today at your home hill.
How did that go?
And I left a surprise there. There's a gym sticker somewhere. Find it.
Oh, look out for it.
Oh, I guess I'm in trouble. I guess I'm in trouble if Norquay's watching this.
Sorry about the sticker. Hey, and Russ, how has your year been? I know you've been hanging out with your boss quite a bit. How's it been?
A lot of positives, which is great.
Yes.
I don't know if everyone knows, but there's been this global pandemic going on, which has altered sort of everyone's trajectory. But I think there's been a lot of lovely things that have come out of it. And I'm just grateful to be happy, healthy, and surrounded by people that I love. So, great.
I'm so glad. Jann, I know you're hanging out giving Russ his moment, but how has your year been? We're going to talk later a bit, but how have you been, Jann?
I've been really well, like everyone's saying, just being healthy and well, and living in rural Alberta. But I've been working a lot with Russell, so being creative. This since March, April, just writing stuff and kind of just trying to have a purposeful life. My dog's making weird noises. It's not my stomach. It's I don't know what she wants. She's on her pillow. But yeah, I'm grateful to be here with all of you guys today. It's a real honor and pleasure to be here supporting our city, our great city, and to bring some Christmas cheer to everyone. So glad to be here.
And speaking of our great city, I would be remiss to say that today is a bit of a sad day for many reasons, but for sure for the Connell family. Warren Connell died today. Warren Connell was the CEO of the Calgary Stampede, and I knew Warren well, and we did a lot of work together. And I just wanted to send all of our condolences to his family. And I was saying that Warren was such a kind-hearted, gentle guy. He wasn't the one that walked in and took over. He was the one that walked in and kept everything warm and moving. And I remember I would stand sometimes on the side of the grandstand stage before I'd go on, and Warren would come up all sort of slow and easy. And I'd say, "Hey, Warren," and Warren would go, "Hello." And I'd say, "Warren, I got this idea. I got this joke. I'm going to go on stage." And I'd always say it, like I'd come up with something that I was going to walk on stage and do. I say, "Warren, I got this joke." And I'd read it to him, or I'd tell him, and he'd look at me and he'd pause, and then he'd go, "You got anything funny?" He just lay these things in. So in honor of Warren Connell, who always wondered if I had anything funny, okay, you guys, I wrote some jokes for 2020. You tell me if this would pass Warren's muster or not. 2020, this is the year that Mom and Dad lost the fight over the iPad. That's what John and Tess would say. No, easy on the laughs, you guys. Too loud. 2020. 2020, the year we quit wearing pants. 2020. You know what? I'm really working these hard. How about this one? 2020, the year that skipping school meant turning your camera off. You know what? I don't like any of you except Mandy. I'm just saying that right now.
I'm laughing.
How about this one? 2020, the year we took our haircut money and spent it on booze.
Okay, that's funny. Beer, probably, right?
Yes, probably Village beer. Do you think, Jim? Do you think that's what we spent it on?
Plug one.
Boy, for the Connell family, I just want to apologize for any of these jokes, but I got to say that Warren would have, at every one of them, said, "Do you got anything funny?" Yeah. 2020, the year Tiger King was the most normal part of the year. See, folks at home,
I haven't seen that yet.
The show is only going to get better.
Yeah, it's getting funnier already.
I know. This is a great place we live, as Jann said, in this beautiful city, in this beautiful land. And we wanted to acknowledge the land we are on. And we thought there's a great person who could help us do that, and that's our Mayor Naheed Nenshi. So Mayor Nenshi, would you join our Zoom for us and help us with a land acknowledgement? Well, there he is. We both wore red ties. Look at us.
Thanks so much, Dave. Thanks for that wonderful tribute to Warren. And, I know Warren was a great friend, just as you described. He didn't find me very funny either, by the way. You're not the only one. But I know that what was very important to him was the whole path of reconciliation and what the Stampede needed to do to really bring Indigenous people front and center in the Stampede, including the building of the Elbow River Camp. And so let's, as we gather today, thank you, Dave, and your whole crew for bringing us together here at home. And let's remember that we're gathering, as we always do, on land where people have gathered for many thousands of years. For thousands of years, people have come to this land at the confluence of these two rivers, this place that the Blackfoot call Mokinstis. They've come here because of the water. Despite all the snow out there, this is a very arid region. And so what's always drawn people here is the water. So people have come to where these rivers meet to hunt and fish and trade, to dream, to dance, to live, to love, to fight sometimes, sort of like a council meeting, except the live, love, dream, and dance parts. But ultimately, to engage in that very human act of building community. And that's what Dave Kelly does. That's what this group does all the time. And today, as we build community, we do so in the names of the original inhabitants of this land, Nitsitapi, the people of the Blackfoot Confederacy of the Siksika, the Kainai, and the Piikani First Nations. In the name of the mountain people, the Ahi Nakoda, of the Chiniki, the Wesley, and the Bearspaw First Nations, of our neighbors, the Beaver people, whom we call the Tsuut'ina people, and in the name of the Métis people with their deep connection and history on this land. And we remind ourselves that this place has served as a beacon of light and hope for people from every corner of this broken earth who've come here for opportunity, for prosperity, for a chance to live their own dreams. And that's what we do every day when we gather here in community.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. So good to have you with us here. Oh, and you know what? We're lucky enough. I believe we have Elder Casey Eagle Speaker to join us as well. Let's see if he's with us. Hello, Casey. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Hey, it's so good. I wanted to check in with you. I know that you're an elder and you do a lot of great work, but I know one of your important jobs is you're a grandfather. So tell us about how your family has been doing with all of this COVID and everything else going on.
They've been doing well. We have 21 grandchildren. We have 11 great-grandchildren.
Whoa.
We did have, it's a huge family.
Yes, congratulations.
Yeah.
You get a congratulations from our own Jim Button, which I know is a high point in your life, for sure. Tell us a little bit about, I know the holidays for many is a time of giving gifts, and I've heard you speak about this. Tell us a bit about the importance of gift giving in the Blackfoot Confederacy, in your people especially, and also what we can all learn about giving gifts.
Gift giving for us is to honor and respect the person. You know, it's not always just around Christmas time, but it's something that we do consistently. Even when we go to other elders, there's always that gifting, celebrating that person's life. You know, and this time of the year, you know, it's really celebrating, in our case, you know, celebrating the lives of our grandchildren, great-grandchildren, our children, and our family and friends. You know, and we look at that, and much like what my wife has done, created some gift hampers for some people from our circle, from the ceremonial circle, who are not biologically tied to us, but we're very much family. I mean, I think that's a huge impact on our community, looking at who we are and our community mindedness, that family orientated feeling that the need to be together is still strong with us. But also respecting that, yes, we have this pandemic. I think that's the biggest struggle, is to learn how to celebrate without their presence. And that's a very huge one for Indigenous people, because we are very, very much socially minded in every case. We look at some of our beliefs and values. One is just that touch, that hug, that handshake. It's a part of who we are. That interconnectedness.
Well, we're very lucky to have you with us, and our mayor gave us a land acknowledgement, but I thought I would ask you if there's anything you would like to add to that, or if you could do an acknowledgement of your own for us here tonight.
I think land acknowledgement, is it's actually very important, crucial to the understanding of Canadians. Why land acknowledgements are so important is to acknowledge that there's been stewards of the land long before the first newcomers came. If we take a look at when they first landed on Turtle Island, looking at all that, is that there's history here that people need to understand. What is the true essence of what we now call Canada? The true essence of Turtle Island? Well, we go back through the millennium. In the beginning of time, as we often say, that we've been here for thousands of years, and that needs to be acknowledged. They need to know that our connection to the land is critical. It's important. The land defines the people, and we are part of the land. We understand her, and she understands us, and to coexist with each other is to become stewards and to be caretakers of our mother, the earth, and in order for her to take care of us. So land acknowledgement is just saying that there's history here for people to understand. There's history here for people to hear. And that's something that we're looking at, is that hear the truth, see the truth of our people. There's beauty in it that people don't understand. It's to break away from the stereotyping of who the people are. But that's where I look at it from that point. If I look at that and say, what are we looking at? Well, if I look at land acknowledgement, you are on the ancestral lands of the Black Federation. Consists of the Gana, the Siksika, the Piikani, and the Ipskapi Piikani, or the Blackfeet of Montana, as we now know them. Those are the first peoples here. With the arrival of the Ihe Nakota and the Satina people, and Métis Nation, Region 3, they came after and acknowledged after Treaty 7 was signed, in 1877. But the Ihe Nakota and the Satina Nation were here prior to that, because there was a relationship of indigenous people across the land. And that's what we're looking at and understanding that. Because you have to look at who we are. In Blackfoot, the saying, this means real people, human beings.
Well, I know that you and I were speaking last week, and I told you that this is my promise to you this year is by next summer, I'm going to know when I do a land acknowledgement, I'm going to know everybody I'm talking about, and do it in a way that gives the heart and the understanding that it will. So you can give me a test in 6 months, and you'll tell me if I passed or not. How about that?
Well, that's a good one. I will hold you up to that too.
Good for you. I appreciate it. Well, thank you so much for being part of our show, to bring your wisdom and to bring all that carries with it the greatness of being an elder. We're thrilled to have you here. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Oh, it's tremendous. Thanks again. Now, here's what we're going to do. Jim, I know that you've been up all night practicing your introduction, so I'm going to let everyone just get ready for this. Jim, you have some very special guests to bring in here. Are you ready?
These are some good guys. I love these guys. I'm ready for it. I'm excited. These guys been singing together for 27 years. 27 years.
What?
10 albums. 5 of them Christmas albums.
What?
And as you'll see in the videos coming up, they are, as per COVID rules, emotionally distanced, and will be forever, as I've always known them, emotionally distanced. With us, emotionally distanced, as per promise. My friends, the Heebee Jeebees.
Here they are.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hey,
Hey, everybody.
Heebee Jeebees.
Merry Christmas.
How are you guys? Where
Good,
are you?
Dave.
Merry
We're out
Christmas.
here. I
Happy
think
holidays.
We're going to sing the whole soundtrack of Frozen out here. Do you want to build a snowman?
Who would have thought that a cappella would become the most dangerous thing in the world?
We do all our own
you
stunts.
You guys are synonymous with the holidays and with Christmas. You do a show every year this is your show this year. And you always do it in such a way that celebrates the holidays and raises money for a great cause. Talk a little bit about the food bank and what you do with them.
It's true. For 27 years, we've been supporting the food bank. It started with the campus food bank, and then it went on to the Calgary Food Bank, and they've just been incredible partners. And I mean, any organization that would have a spokes a cappella group is cool by us. Anyway, it's wonderful because all of our audience base has been contributing every year, and we think more than many, the food bank needs your support this year. So we're so excited that Dave Kelly Live and all of you have jumped on board so that you can help this cause, because we need it here in our hometown.
And we're particularly happy that we were worried we'd have to skip a year, and that wasn't feeling good to us. We are an all-weather band, and they are an all-weather charity. So
Exactly.
it's time to give.
Isn't that great? And so here's what we're going to do. We're working with two groups, the food bank and also the Calgary Seniors Resource Society. And what they do, and Jim knows a lot about this, is they help seniors in our community who don't have anyone, who are alone and who have resources or for whatever reason are scared, are needing our help. And this is a critical time. As we all know, COVID has been especially cruel to seniors around the world and in our city, and they are there to help out, Jimmy, and we're gonna raise some funds for them too tonight.
Bravo. They just, you know what program I love the most?
What's
the
that?
Adopt a Grandparent.
You can adopt a grandparent?
Adopt a grandparent. And basically what you're doing is you're supporting a senior that's alone or needs help. You can either do it, they bring them medication or food, or you can volunteer to call them and have conversations and be emotionally connected. You can, in dire moments, they'll put calls out and you can help out. It's absolutely awesome that we're doing this, and especially in a time like this where seniors seem to be having a bit more stress.
Sure they are. So in the comments down below, whether you're on YouTube or on Facebook, or on whatever you're watching this on, there's a link. Go in there, and if you got a dime, if you got 10 dimes or 1,000,000 dimes, send them some money. It's going to go to the Calgary Food Bank and the Calgary Seniors Resource Society, two great groups who sure could use us this year and this time more than any other time. It's a great way you can say we're all home alone together by doing that. What do you guys think? Should we let the Heebee Jeebees sing now?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you do that for us? Can you sing in your own masked way?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, Dave. Here we go.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Dong, da, dong, 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 ding, rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can see every couple tries to stop. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear the halls with boughs of holly rocking around the Christmas tree. Have a happy holiday. Everyone's dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. Tree lot at the tree lot, it's the modern form of forestry. Try not to get distraught when you're picking out a Christmas tree. More pines, spruce, and fir trees than you've seen. Why are we confined to evergreen? Why not try a palm tree or a sturdy eucalyptus? Why not, it's Christmas, just stick a star up top. You will get a slightly mental feeling. Why me? The trunk of every hatchback, the trunk of every hatchback, shopping around for Christmas trees at the Cub Scout pine tree lot. Ow! All of the needles pricking through both the holy gloves I've got. Ow! Shopping around the Christmas trees, once you start, you're never done. It's troublesome picking till we've seen each and every pricking one. We'll have a gay old time. Woo.
How about those guys, those Heebee Jeebees? And you know what? We have a lot of friends here who wanted to send in their hellos. Let's have a look at some of them.
Hi, I'm Brett the Hitman Hart. I just want to say that I'm grateful for all the love and the hope that I get from everyone that's around me every day. I've been surrounded by love. So many great people. I just look forward to a better time in 2021. Merry Christmas.
Hi, my name's Anila Omarlian. I'm the President and Chief Executive Officer at the Center for Newcomers. I know COVID has been really, really difficult for so many of us. And my only real saving grace for me has been the time that I've been able to slow down and spend with my family, especially with my mom. It's been wonderful for me to be able to be a kid again, to be able to spend time with her and have her just be my mom and me be her kid. And I think that these are the little moments that we need to be grateful for. So this holiday season, whether you celebrate Christmas or New Year or Hanukkah or whatever it is, the way that you choose to celebrate, I hope you stay healthy and you're safe and that you get to enjoy the love of those people that you care about the most.
Hey guys, it's Mark Giordano from the Calgary Flames. Just wanted to say I'm thankful for this year, being able to spend some quality time at home with the family. I know it's crazy. It's been a crazy year. But to be able to get that quality time is something I'm thankful for. Obviously looking forward to next year in 2021 and all the great things that are going to come with it. But just wanted to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Here, test 1 2 1 2. I'm next.
Thanks so much, Gio. You know, if this wasn't snowing, you would say, look at this place. It's amazing out there. But it's still kind of amazing out there. You just have to trust that it is, that we're at the Calgary Tower. We want to thank some folks who are part of this. Not only has CADA, Calgary Arts Development Association, jumped in to help us out, and Calgary Economic Development jumped in to help us out, but also we got a couple of great builders. I want to make sure we get it right. Bird Construction and TriMet Building Products. Those two guys, or those two groups, as soon as they heard about the show, they said, can we help out? Can we be part of this show? And we said, yes, Bird, yes, TriMet. Thanks so much. So we want to thank them especially, good people for helping build the city, but also build a show and be part of being home alone together. And don't forget, if you have a candle, light it, because we're going to light this candle, the biggest candle in Canada, a little later on in the show. Speaking of great things that are happening in our city, we all know when we're watching the news, and we know that COVID has been really intense in the last little while. So I thought it'd be good to check in with Nova Lee. Now, Nova Lee is a friend of mine, and she happens to be a paramedic. So I thought in honor of all of the folks and all of the first responders who are out there helping out, I wanted to bring her on to chat a little bit, and she's with us now. Hi, Nova Lee, how are you?
Hey, Dave, I'm great. How are you doing? Long time no see.
I'm so happy to see you. Now, I know you from your theater work, but I also know that you've been 15 years now as a paramedic, and I always think whenever Nova Lee walks into the room, everyone goes, oh, it's going to be okay. And when someone's panicked and someone calls 911 and you show up, they think, all right, she's going to help. So thank you so much for all you've done and all the EMS folks have done for our city. How's your year been?
You know, it's been interesting, Dave. It has been complicated and complex. It's been very busy and tiring at times. But for me, it's not as busy as for some. I look at the nurses and doctors around me. I look at the people that are just staff in the hospital, run ragged right now. So in my job, it's not quite as difficult as it is for them. And I applaud them for their hard work. It's really tough to see them struggling sometimes. The other thing I've noticed, though, for me is trying to find new outlets for my creativity. It's a different switch to not being able to do theater. And as much as I love my job in paramedicine, not doing theater has been tough. So I'm trying to watch and keep an eye out and find any kind of positivity in unexpected places to just get that kickstart to my creativity.
Well, like I say, I know you're right? Those docs and nurses and everybody that are there and that are in emergency especially, that's tough going for them. But I am so grateful that there are people like you that when I call and I'm in trouble, that you go, it's all right. We got this. I always think that's what you do. What are you grateful for in 2020?
Oh, that's interesting. I think the thing I'm most grateful for is that I have a job right now, that I get to go out and help people on a daily basis, because I'm a helper and I do like to feel that I'm active and doing something. And I know that a lot of my theater colleagues, my musician friends, they're struggling right now. And I think I'm so lucky to be able to have a place to go to work. And I think of those folks all the time, how they wish they could be back at work. So I'm really, really happy about that. And I'm happy that friends like yourself and some other colleagues are kicking off a little bit of creativity by involving me in other projects as well. But just, I have a healthy family, healthy friends, and I am so lucky, Dave.
We are lucky. I'm telling you, just to have you, we're lucky. Tell me a little bit about what your Christmas wish is for the folks looking forward.
Well, I guess right now, considering some things that have happened, including the loss of Warren Connell, I think I wish peace and comfort for all of those that are missing a family member this year at their table. I know it's going to be a tough year for a lot of folks, and my heart is with them, and I send them strength and courage. I also hope that Calgarians can find a way to take care of themselves, but still gather via video like this. Find some games, some fun things to watch. There are great opportunities in the city right now to entertain yourselves online. Great plays and radio plays. And I wish everyone health, happiness, and as much love as I can feed through a video screen, Dave.
Well, you know what? If anybody can feed a lot of love through a video screen, it's you. So Novalee, on behalf of all of us in the gang here at the show and also in all of their city, thank you, your teams, thank the first responders, and also thank the doctors and nurses that are doing so much great work. You're an awesome person. Thank you, Novalee.
Thanks, Dave. It's been great to see you. Have a Merry Christmas.
You too. You have a happy holiday, and we'll talk soon.
Take care.
Okay, bye now. Oh man, that Novalee, so good. But speaking of grateful, I am so excited for you to meet this next group of people, because if this family can help us understand anything, they can help us understand the meaning of holidays, the meaning of family, and the meaning of finding joy where you can. Now, we call them the Micmac family, and that's because the dad and the mom are McDonald and McLean, and they're the Micmacs. Now, of course, hi there, I can see you. How you guys doing? Hi, Jake. Hi, Petra.
Hi.
It's nice to see you guys. I was about to introduce you. Can I introduce you? You want to read what I wrote about you?
Yeah.
I said, Petra is far smarter than Jake. Is that accurate?
That's pretty fair, yeah.
This is what I wrote. I said that our gang, me and Russ and Jim and Mandy and all the folks who were in the neighborhood with us this summer, got to meet you guys. And I hope I have the ages right. 9-year-old Ao and Zeph, correct?
Yeah.
I wrote toddler Eli because I thought he's a toddler, and if I get it wrong, it's not really going to matter.
Toddler terror.
However that works.
Yeah.
And of course, we met this summer because of your beautiful 6-year-old daughter, Aria. And Aria at the time was battling brain cancer. And when we met her, she was talking about over 120 radiation treatments and chemo and all of these things that she had gone through. But yet she was this happy, bubbly person who was just a joy to hang out with us on our show. And then we heard that she passed away in October. So before we talk about anything else, we wanted to say on behalf of us and behalf of our whole city, how sorry we are for your loss. And we just wanted to check in because this is a season to check in. We wanted to find out how you guys were doing.
Thank you. Thank you for having us again. It's really nice to follow up with all this.
So how are you feeling? How are things going?
That's a big question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sun still rises every morning, and you gotta get out of bed. The other kids need you, and there's other dishes still need to be done. But
And the toddler brings a lot of normalcy into it.
Yeah. A good mix
That's
of.
So I was, and I know that we've been talking to a lot of our friends here on the show and saying, so what are you grateful for? And when I talked to you before the show, I asked her, I said, can I ask you what you're grateful for in this year where you've had such a loss of your beautiful daughter? And you said, yes, you can. So tell us a bit about what you're grateful for in 2020.
You go first.
I go first. We have different ones.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So in the time of COVID, and I guess COVID has taken away a lot from all of us. but especially for someone like Arya, who is in her last year of life. But I think when I was thinking about it, I thought the one thing COVID can't take away is nature. And we live in such a beautiful place, such a beautiful land, just surrounded by nature. And that was still accessible to all of us. And I thought, you know, when we were living in this perpetual storm of terminal illness with her, nature was the one place that brought us peace. You know, we brought her on her first multi-day canoe trip this past summer, and packed a whole bunch of medicines along with, you know, some well wishes from her team. And we didn't need anything. She felt great for it all. And we had fantastic weather, and everybody was just happy for the whole trip. And it was our piece of peace. Yeah.
Isn't that great? What about you, Jake?
Mine's the exact opposite. I've kind of been pretty happy that throughout this whole thing, I've been able to be locked in the basement and work from home. And really what I take away from that is that chance to just be around the kids more rather than having to be at work, right? So, you know, Eli was potty training, and Arya would come downstairs and tell me, so excited that he peed on the potty. You know, and those are the things I'd miss if it wasn't for being under lockdown in COVID. So
more family time.
And getting those little moments. Yeah.
Well, through the tragedy of losing your daughter, I know that her birthday was in December, and you decided to take that sadness and turn it into something in honor of her on her birthday. Tell us a bit about what that was.
Yeah, well, it was very important leading up to that. We were very worried about, didn't want it to be a sad day. She died just 8 weeks before her 7th birthday. Yeah. And so we wanted to do something special, memorable, that would make it worth celebrating. And so we decided to, everybody that wanted to get her gifts, that we would bring all of those gifts to the Ronald McDonald House this year for her birthday. And it worked out so much more beautifully than I imagined. I was hoping we had enough friends that could help us pull this off, and we got more than double what we were expecting. So we went to the Ronald McDonald House with almost $2,000 worth of gifts and a $1,000 donation to the house as well. And it meant a lot to us because Arya stayed at 2 different Ronald McDonald houses, both in the US when we were traveling for clinical trials. And not knowing anything about them before we arrived, we actually had amazing experiences both times. Yeah. They were such a valuable resource and such a valuable charity to show up in a different country without a vehicle and an ill child. And they, you know, welcome you. They have all these volunteers that are cooking meals. They had people coming to do magic shows, to come and do crafts with the kids every night. They cook meals, volunteers cooking meals. There's local restaurants were giving away, you know, meals to families there. And it was more of like a vacation that had some doctor appointments interspersed with it. Yeah. So it was a beautiful experience, and we wanted to contribute to that.
Well, what a tremendous story. And I, you know, it's funny, my impression when I first got to meet you, there's something that heartbreak and heartache can give people, a sensitivity and a gentleness and a kindness that I'm assuming was always there, but it came even more. So the folks at Ronald McDonald House, I know, are so happy for what you've done. And we're so grateful for, even in your challenging year, that you honor Arya in such a great way by being part of our show and doing what you do for our city.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thanks for doing what you do.
Now look at your 2 older boys. I got some serious work for them a little later on the show. Are they up for it? Are they able to join us for that?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope they don't chicken out.
might take some arm twisting.
I know that they don't love talking on camera, but tell them they don't even have to talk. They just have to show up. So tell them there's no speaking necessary. They just have to be there, and they're going to help me light this massive, the biggest candle in Canada. Will you let them know?
Yeah. You guys are listening to that, right?
Mom and Dad said so. Well, thank you both very much. Thanks to the Micmac family, and we're going to have you a little later on when we light our candle. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Whoa. I don't even know. We have more great Canadians and great Calgarians who wanted to send their greetings, and here they are.
Well, hey everybody. Paul Brandt here. Gratefulness, the great antidote to anxiety. It can be hard to pinpoint those things to be grateful for when things seem so dark. It takes effort. It takes searching. It takes looking outside oneself. But isn't that what Christmas is all about? And just when it seemed all hope was gone, well, there it was, the star in the east, and good tidings of great joy. Now, hope is real. It's not just a story. I'm grateful for faith, hope, and love, and the greatest of these is love. And I love all of you. And I'm grateful for Dave. Dave, thanks for being that glue that keeps on keeping on, pushes through, and keeps us together as a community. I love you guys so much. Wish I could be there with you today. Keep hanging on. It always seems darkest right before things get real good. And I know we're going to get through this together. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hi everyone, it's Arlene Dickinson here. I just wanted to say how grateful I am this time of year for my health, for my family, and for this wonderful country we live in. Wishing you all the merriest of Christmas and the happiest of holidays. Be well.
The great Arlene Dickinson and great Paul Brandt. Thanks both of you for being part of this. And speaking of we want to thanks, I was thinking of Paul. He's an artist. He's somebody who made his living creating art. And there's so many people in our city who did just that. And we want to thank Calgary Arts Development Association. What they do is they work with arts groups and individual artists, and they help build our city into a creative city. And we're grateful for them because when we go to bars eventually again, and we go see a singer and we go see some theater, can you imagine what that's going to be like just to go out and see a show? Those are the people, Kate is the group that helps all of these people, all these artists make our city a creative city. So we want to thank them for being part of our show, but even more so for making this city a great, great city. And I have an introduction, speaking of artists. Now this woman, she's a stand-up, she's a host, she's a writer, she's a model, but I want to read a line that I got off the internet. It said, she's a typical, everyday, awkward Amazon goddess next door. She's a stand-up comedian, and we're so glad she could join us here right now. Adora Nwofor. Hi, Adora. How are you? You are looking sharp. I can't hear you, but you're looking sharp. Wait a minute here. Oh, there you are. How are you?
I'm great. I'm in my house. The lights are on. I have my clothes behind me. I have clothes on me. I'm having a great time.
Now, I know that I love this line, typical everyday awkward Amazon goddess next door. That's quite a description for you, don't you think?
Well, I feel like that's what people tell me about me, but I live next door to somebody and I'm only part-time hot. So this only happens for like you and on stage, but at home, some people might, lose their sight a little bit in the morning.
Oh, lucky for us tonight, I'm telling you right now. How has your year been? What's it been like for you? You make your living in front of crowds. How have you been?
Yeah, I mean, the crowd is pretty quiet now. So I'm online and I don't hear anybody laughing. So I'm funny all the time. When people ask me if I'm a comedian, I usually say sometimes I'm funny, but if I'm deciding what the laughter is, it's all the time. But I mean, it's been a rough year. We've been dealing with the pandemic globally, and Black Lives Matter globally, really. And I've been a person who's been talking about it a very long time, but it's like some people are hearing me now. We want to make some change in my city. So in as much as it's a crappy way to be acknowledged, it's a great thing for so many people because we're going to change the world, and Calgary's a great place to be. It's going to be so much better.
Well, and you've already sort of started it, but what are you grateful for? There's so much that happened that, like you say, were negative beginnings, but feel like maybe there's something positive coming out. What are you grateful for this year, Adora?
Yeah, I'm going to start top of the year. My brother got married. Like, we had a great blowout at the Palliser Hotel. Yeah. March 7th, my brother got married. We started the year out with a bang, so it was fantastic. But most people might not think that this is great. I had health surgery. I had a hysterectomy. So for me, everybody congratulate me, please, because my health is on the up. I'm
Good.
feeling great. Yeah, it's not usually something that people have a party for, but I had a party for it because it was great. And then I'm just grateful to be alive and enjoying being alive, the person that I am, the person that I get to be. I have two 13-year-olds. They're Leos. So some days I'm appreciative. Sorry, let me take that back. I'm grateful every day that I end the day going to sleep and wake up in the morning alive.
Good. That's good. Now, I also know, along with comedy and hosting and writing, that you're a stylist and you like, you just like shopping. You like buying stuff. Do you got any ideas for last minute, for people who are looking for last minute ideas for their holidays?
I do have a few ideas.
You do? Okay, go.
Get online. Promise people something in the new year. Give them something to look forward to in 2021. I know we want to have it for that special day, but we're doing a whole bunch of stuff that day, like food and online and all the rest of it. It's not the same as it was. In the new year, let's send some stuff. You can buy some stuff now and then enjoy it later. So I go to Find Black, YYC, because if you didn't notice, I have I have a year-round tan. And Find Black, YYC, you can support Black businesses in Calgary. There's so many things. There's like hair, there's makeup, there's food, there's outfits, there's accounting. There's fancy stuff. There's good stuff there. So you might go there and find, a gift certificate for taxes in February, the gift that keeps giving. So yeah, it's online, Find Black YYC.
Yes.
On Instagram or findblack.org online. Lots of places to find last minute or continuing throughout the year gifts. And I always accept gifts.
See, and this is what I like about it, is I can say, I know that everyone's thinking of buying you something for the holidays. However, I'm giving you something to look forward to. Doesn't actually mean that I forgot or I couldn't find it. I'm just saying, no, it's just for later.
Right. Dave, see how smart you are? See? You can buy it the 24th and still give it the 25th and keep going on.
Adora, you are all good. Thanks so much for being part of the show. And I'm going to go, where's our website one more time, Adora?
FindBlackYYC.org. Thank you for having me. I can't wait for all the new friendship stuff we do.
You're a good person. And you stay, because a little later on, we're going to light this entire candle. Thanks so much, Adora. You know what's coming up? The Heebee Jeebees are going to sing, but before they do, we have some more great Calgarians who wanted to say hi to you.
Hey everyone, Mike Morrison here. I hope you're all enjoying the show. Please forgive my horribly disorganized and amateurish holiday mantle. I'm a bit behind on my decorating this year, but when Dave calls and asks you to make a video, you root through your attic, you pull out what you can, you throw it on a mantle, because that is what Christmas is all about. This year, 2020, man, we'll never forget it. And I am incredibly grateful for the frontline workers and the healthcare workers who helped keep everyone safe from coast to coast to coast. We're so lucky here in Canada. But I'm also grateful for our pets. They made us get out of bed. They made us take them for walks. They made us hug them and cuddle them as we worried about the state of the world. They were always there for us. So from Boogie and Mindy, my cat, Dave couldn't afford her appearance fee, so she won't appear on camera. But Boogie's free and he's happy to appear. So from our family to yours, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, stay safe. Bye.
2020 has been an incredible reminder to not take anything for granted. The simple things, getting to play music for people, hanging out with my friends. I am grateful for technology that helps us stay connected and creative. I want to wish you a unique and special holiday.
I'm just going to slowly come back up. This is just for Tara McCool. This is her favorite part of the show so far. is my elevator move. Hey, everybody. You know what? I was going to go talk to a very special person, and we're going to do that now, and then we're going to go listen to those Heebee Jeebees. But first, I want to tell you about a great, great woman we met. She is 83 years old. Ann Drabble, at 83. She loved volunteering. For 25 years, she was a volunteer at the Foothills Hospital at a little shop down by the Cancer Center. And her eyesight got a little weak, so she couldn't keep doing that job. Her husband of over 5 decades passed away a couple of years ago. And she said, okay, when COVID hit, she was like, I got to do something. I got to help contribute. And so she did. So we thought we'd bring her on the show, Ann Drabble, and talk a little bit about what she decided to do. I don't know if she's with us yet. Hi, Ann, are you around? There you are. It's Ann Drabble. Hi, Ann. You might have to turn on your mic so we can hear you. How you doing, Ann? There you go. We got you. How is it going?
It's going great. And you look so handsome tonight. I didn't recognize you. And look at that guy.
Are you hitting on me right now, Ann? Well, you know what? I am so thrilled to talk to you because I have a lot of questions. I know you came up with a plan during COVID of how to help folks. Tell us a bit about what you did.
Well, I had all this fabric a friend had given me and scraps from sewing before. I thought, well, why don't I start making masks? So I've made almost 200 or more, and I've given them all away to friends, neighbors, family, and they all really appreciate them. And of course, I have quite a few for myself.
Well, isn't that tremendous? And so you're handing these out to people. Why? Why did you decide this is something you wanted to do, other than you had the material around?
Well, I just felt I had to do something, and I like to volunteer and keep busy. And I've been volunteering for so long after I retired from my job that I thought I have to keep active.
Good for you. I know that when we spoke earlier today, you were just getting off your treadmill, so you're also active out of the house and inside the house. Tell me a little bit about, for you, how your year has been. How has it been going this year? Oh, did she freeze? I'm not sure. Oh, there you are. Hi.
Oh, it's actually been going very good. I get together with friends and whatnot. And
This is awesome. Oh, hi, Ann. There you go. This is what it's like whenever I try to Zoom with my dad. He's like, where am I looking? How do I turn this on? What's going on? Ann, I know you have a couple of grandsons, but I want to tell you something, and I'll talk for a bit, and you listen, and then if we get your video working again, we'll be set. I don't know if you know this, but there is a group. Oh, hi there. There's a group called 7 over 70, and that's a Calgary organization that recognizes great seniors who are doing great things. And they've been doing this for a couple of years now. And one of the things they decided they wanted to do is this time of the year, especially during COVID, they said, you know what? We need some positivity out there, especially for our seniors. So they started something called the Noble Neighbor Citation. And what the Noble Neighbor Citation is they said, we want people to nominate a senior in your neighborhood who is doing what they can to make our city and our place and our neighborhoods and our lives a little bit better. And they were looking for who their first recipient of the Noble Neighbor Citation would be. And guess who is going to win it tonight, Ann?
I don't know.
You are the winner, Ann. We are so thrilled to say that you are the honorary and the first recipient of the Noble Neighbor Citation. And I just like to get to say the word citation. So I think it's tremendous.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe it because there's so many seniors doing wonderful things, Dave, that makes me feel great.
Well, you know, we wanted to share it with. We thought, being a grandma like you are, we probably should get the grandkids on the show. So we wanted to bring them on with us as well. I think this is Austin and Evan. Is that who I got on the line here?
Yeah.
Hey, which one is Austin? Which one are you? Put up your hand so we know.
I'm Austin. And
Hey,
I'm
Austin. And you're Evan. Tell
Yeah.
us a bit about one of you. Just talk a bit about Grandma and that she's winning this award tonight. And tell us about the kind of woman she is.
Well, she's been, I'm glad she's been making masks all year, and I'm really proud of her, what she's been doing. So it's been great. And at her age, it's very impressive that she gets busy still and hands out masks to everyone. So, yeah.
And we're really happy that she gets her recognition and, you know, support from, you know, around Calgary.
Oh, we're so thrilled. And Anne, tell us a bit about your grandkids. What do you think of these two?
Oh, they're so wonderful. They'll do anything for me. And they'll, like they came around last night and visited for a while. And they like my Rice Krispie squares and puffed wheat squares, but I didn't have any for them last night. But Evan did manage to eat up some ginger snaps that I made. They like their treats.
Is she a pretty good cook, guys? What do you say?
Yeah, she is. She does a lot of baking and, you know, always provides us with lots of tasty snacks to eat. Yeah.
Wow. What are you grateful for, Anne?
Well, I am grateful for my two lovely grandsons there, my daughter and her husband, Cheryl and Jim, and my son, Tim, and his wife, Betty. They've been so helpful. Anything I need, car washed, fill my car with gas, and Jim cleaned out the garage because my husband, he never threw anything out in that garage. I barely got my car in. And they've been so supportive this year that it's just been wonderful.
That's so good. It's now somebody here was asking a question. I know that I said that your vision wasn't so great some of the times, but then they're like, how does she thread a needle if she's sewing with her? How does that work, Anne?
Well, I try and try and try. And then I get my daughter-in-law when she's here. I'll say, Betty, can you thread the needle on my sewing machine? And she does it, the first time. I think, holy doodle. I'll be glad when I get these eyes fixed in January, February.
Yeah. That's so good. Well, Austin and Evan, thank you guys for helping celebrate this amazing woman with us. And Anne, congratulations on being such a noble neighbor and getting the Noble Neighbor citation. And if anyone else would like to nominate somebody, if you know a senior is doing great things, the nomination form will be in the comments. You can just look there and we can get those all lined up. But I think you guys have to have a party now. And I know we're all being socially distant, but maybe there's some Rice Krispie squares in our future. I also know that you're probably saying to yourself, and I know what you're asking, you're saying, well, what do I get? Like, what's the deal? You get a certificate. And can we show the certificate that Anne's going to get? Check this out, Anne. Oh, did you see it already? Okay. Oh, it's a beautiful certificate. And we're going to make sure you, yeah. It's official.
I'll frame it, Dave.
Oh, that would be great. Well, I tell you what, you are making our Home Alone Together show that much warmer. So thanks all three of you. And we also want to thank not just the grandsons, but the grand dogs. I hear there's grand dogs we got to be very aware of too, Anne. Is that true?
Oh, yes. There's Riley, Zoe, and then the dog that Austin, Evan, Cheryl, and Jim, the CNIB dog that they have till February. He'll be leaving them, which is sad. And he's a big lab. And he came from Australia, 4 dogs.
Wow. Well, look, how about this? This year, we're doing it here at the Calgary Tower. But next year, if everyone's vaccinated and everything's safe, can we do this entire show from your house, Anne? Can we do that? Is that possible?
Sure. No problem.
That makes me happy. Well, thanks both of you guys for being here. And thank you especially, Anne. And thanks to the 7 over 70 organization, the great work they do, and honoring you as our great Noble Neighbor citation. Thanks so much,
Oh,
you guys.
my goodness. Thank you, Dave. Thanks,
awesome.
Rob and Amy and everyone there.
Thank you. Come on. That's so wonderful. Didn't you just say, look at, that's a woman who's all of her age group. They're the ones who are especially nervous. So also don't forget, if you can, there's donations. We're going to the Calgary Food Bank and the Calgary Seniors Resource Society. They're helping folks who are older and don't have great grandkids around or don't have friends around to help out like Ann does. We'd love to help them out. Hey, you know what? The Calgary Tower is neighbors to a lot of people here. One of those neighbors is Hotel Arts. And Hotel Arts said, hey, look, we would like to offer rooms on the side of the hotel that looks at the Calgary Tower, and a portion of the money that people use if they booked a room goes to helping the charities we're working with tonight. So we wanted to say, this is the site, this is what you see if you're at the Calgary Tower, or I should say at Hotel Arts. I think, do we have a shot of it? Oh, there it is. Look at that. There's our Calgary Tower. So you can still kind of see it in the snowfall. It's so funny because we were saying to ourselves, it'll be clear. We haven't had any snow in December. It's going to be this nice, clear night. And of course, tonight's the night that the holidays showed up and the snow showed up. And so it's perfect. And we want to thank them. Now, Calgary Arts Development is a tremendous group. They do what they do is they say we want to build work. We want to build businesses in our city, and we want to attract work and attract businesses to our city. And if you look around from where we stand up here, so many of our businesses have had a very challenging year. They've had a tough year. The restaurant business, the hospitality business, the industry, the energy business, all of us have been affected in some way in our work life by what is going on with this terrible pandemic. And we want to thank Calgary Economic Development not only for being part of the show, but also for continuing to fight to keep people working, to bring work to our city. And if you're in trouble with work, we sure hope we're going to find a way through this thing. And we are all here tonight, home alone together. So we're grateful. And speaking of grateful, we have the Heebee Jeebees with us, and they're going to sing us another tune just to see what they can do. Hey, Heebee Jeebees, how we doing?
Hey, hey. We are so excited. You know, Dave, just to go with what you were just talking about, people have had a pretty tough year, and we want to give them a chance to let it all out. All right? So, people, they express themselves in different ways. You might want to dance along, you might want to clap along, you might want to sing along, or you might want to just, every time I say the word blues, you just let it out. Just tell me some things that have been bugging you all year long. Some terrible things that have been horrible. Just get them off your chest, get them off, cast them away, and hopefully by the end of this tune, you guys will all be feeling a whole lot better. All right, here we go. I woke up this morning, got out of my bed. There's deer out my window, a tempestuous sled, a noise from the chimney, a horrible sight. 'Cause stuck there was Santa, and he's been there all night. Now he's got the blues, let me hear it now. Yeah, he's got those Boxing Day blues. Come on. Oh, well, I don't think he's used to getting stuck in other people's flus. No, 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 no. Tell us now. He said, can you help me? I told him I'll try. So I flipped through the phone book and I called up this guy. He said he could remove him for a nominal fee. But he couldn't get there until January 3. I've got the blues. I got those Boxing Day blues. A couple of fingers in my chimney bag. It's 6 o'clock noon. Here comes the judge.
The judge says you're guilty of a terrible crime for kidnapping Santa. Do hard time. Walked home sad and broken, and under my tree was just what I wanted, a Heebee Jeebee CD. Now I'm not blue. No, no, no. Ain't got no Boxing Day blues. No, 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 no.
Hi there, I'm Chef Paul Rudolsky from Rouge Restaurant and the television series Les Stroud's Wild Harvest. This year I'm so thankful for everybody who's stepped up their game, adapted and moved forward in these ever-changing conditions we've all been living with. And I gotta say, this is a great opportunity to say hello to my mom and wish my mom a very Merry Christmas. Currently she's in long-term care, just moved in yesterday, and I won't be able to see her as she's in quarantine, but I know that she's being well looked after, and I want to say Merry Christmas, Mom.
Hello, marhaba. My name is Ala. I'm originally from Baghdad, Iraq. As it's the end of 2020, I really want to express my huge gratitude to those who stood up for others, to those who were compassionate for others. You guys just make the world really bearable place to live in. I really want to say thank you, shukran, miigwech, and I wish all of you happy holidays, peaceful Christmas. Take care of yourself.
Hey everyone, I'm Julie Van Rosendahl. I'm thankful that I'm not wearing pants right now and that this pandemic didn't happen during the time of Blockbuster Video. Could you imagine the lineups? And there would never be any new releases left. But mostly I'm thankful that people are really paying attention to what's important in their lives this year and making an effort to connect in a more meaningful way with the people who matter most to them. So I hope everyone has a happy and a healthy and a cozy holiday season and is eating something delicious.
Julie Van Rosendahl. Thanks so much, Julie. Thanks, everybody. And Heebee Jeebees, great to have you with us. You're going to help me with our next guest. He was earlier at the top of the show, and we're bringing him back, our Mayor Naheed Nenshi. How are you, Mayor Nenshi? It's nice to have you with us. How are things going?
Well, I am happy to be with you tonight, Dave. I am particularly happy not to be with the Heebee Jeebees tonight. Which is what I would normally be doing at this time of the year when they don't tell me what I'm doing and force me to sing with them. So super happy. But Dave, I have a favor to ask you.
Go ahead. Yes.
Listen, I gave everybody Christmas gifts this year, tickets to this show. And I told them that they would have special exclusive VIP content.
Yes.
Should, you know, they want to click in. So can you just like give them the special exclusive VIP content now?
All of you that were brought in especially by our mayor and got tickets, we would like to say now that we're thrilled you get to be part of this show. This is a special message that only you are able to hear. No one else can hear it. And for you especially, we're all coming over to my house as soon as everything's cleared up, maybe a year, maybe two, for your special VIP massage. How about that?
Not have been better. Thank you, Dave.
Now look at.
Thank you for this show. I'm getting very nervous about what they're singing here, Dave, because I feel like they're just told them, me, and I don't want them to.
I only have two questions for you because we got to chat a little earlier. I have two questions. One, I want to find out what you're grateful for. But before we do that, while you're underscored by these beautiful artists, can you talk a little bit about CADA and the importance of artists in our city?
Yeah, I'm so happy to do that. And thanks to Calgary Arts Development for the tremendous work that they've been doing. You know, this has been a rough year, obviously, for the arts. I mean, look at my poor friends out freezing in masks outside, but they're still trying. They're still doing it. And I'm spending my Christmas break watching a bunch of performances from local artists. I miss it so much. Everyone knows I'm a theater guy, but I love going to museums, all kinds of performing arts, music, dance. And I miss it a lot. But at the same time, I remember that artists are here because they tell us their stories. They tell us the stories of who we are and who we want to be and who we could be. And oh my goodness, 2020 has given us a lot of stories and a lot of opportunity for creativity, and people have reached out for it, and people in their own lives have picked up their paintbrush or picked up the guitar. And I think that that is an amazing thing. I myself, of course, have been working the entire year on my singing lessons so that I sound much better the next time I have to sing with these guys.
Sound effects and singing.
I'm not sure they believe me.
Now, if I were to ask you what you're grateful for, would it be best if I asked the Heebee Jeebees, this is the time to go for a coffee, or what would you prefer when I ask you for what you're grateful for?
Well, I'm grateful to not be singing with the Heebee Jeebees because, I mean, let's be honest here, Dave. We hate these guys. They're just so negative all the time.
Grumpy.
They've just got no community spirit. I think earlier, I'll just use your line. I think earlier today you called them like the Mandy Stobo of acapella. Just like the most negative people that we could ever imagine, which is not in fact true. I've had the chance to sing with them this year, but also I'm just so grateful for their community spirit and what they do for the food bank every year. But I have a kind of a New Year's resolution, and maybe everyone wants to share it with me, which is I hope that I never forget 2020. I hope that I never forget the bad stuff. But I also hope I never forget that every sacrifice we've been asked to make to try and help other people. Because ultimately, if you or I or one of these four guys got the virus, it would be horrible, God forbid, but we'd probably be okay. But everything that we're doing is for all the people who wouldn't be okay. And ultimately, I hope that that's what we remember about 2020, and that's what I'm grateful for. That with the exception of some people we don't like to talk about, you can meet them at City Hall most weekends, the rest of society has actually completely transformed into a society that is based on compassion and on caring and on community and on looking after each other. And so I hope that even if we have this very different Christmas this year, we keep that tradition of seeing the entire world in that frame of caring.
So true. Well, you're a good man, and thanks so much for being with the show. And we do look for you. I know that you've been working on the high parts, and next year, when the Heebee Jeebees put on their concert, he is handling all the high notes for you guys. How does that sound for you?
What I was really thinking, Dave, was since I can't sing with them on Zoom, we've tried, it doesn't work. Since I can't sing with them on Zoom, I thought tonight was actually my opportunity to finally leave the backup band behind and start off on my solo career. I could be like Diana Ross. I could be like Beyonce. Though when I mentioned it to Ken Lee McQuailo, he said, you're more like Nick Lachey.
A lot of people don't know this, but also our mayor has been taking dance lessons. And so coming up later in life, he's going to do his own interpretive dance to the Heebee Jeebees. Thanks so much, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Thanks so much. Happy holidays. Oh, that's, I can't wait for that song. It's going to be great. We have a very special introduction to do, and I want to explain this. There's one star in the holidays that's the star of the holidays. And I was talking to him. I don't want to give any hints away, but he's red and white in his beard. And I was saying, do you want to come on the show? And he says, I'm not coming on for you. I need a kid. If I'm going to be on a show, I need a great kid. And I said, all right. So I called our friends down at the Kids Cancer Care Foundation. I said, do you have a great kid? Because I got to bring a special guest on, and he's not doing it unless he has a great kid. And they said, oh, what about Nico? Let me tell you a bit about Nico. Nico's 6 years old. He's in grade 1, and he's had to stay home. Partly, a lot of kids have had to stay home, but he, especially because of his health, has had to stay home. And he's going to join us now, and he is not at all interested in talking to me. That much I know. So let's bring on Nico and his mom, Charlene. Oh, Nico. Hi, Nico. How are you doing? And he says, I'm not coming on for you. I like your outfit. It looks really nice on you. So I called our friends. And that's Charlene with you. Charlene, how are you doing? How has your day been?
We're doing really good. The day's going really well.
I feel like you might have the show going on in your house somewhere. Is that possible? I can hear something. I'm not sure. And he's had to stay home.
Maybe. I'm not too sure. Let's see here.
Because of his health, he's had to stay home. And he's going to join us now. Because then you get to hear me twice, which everybody wants to do is hear me twice. Okay, Nico, perfect. My friend Jim Button, he has cancer. And he went for a scan one time, and I got to go with him. And I know you had a very special scan this morning. What was the scan you had?
A CT scan.
Oh, you had a CT scan. And tell me what the medicine does when you have a CT scan.
It makes me feel a little weird. It makes me feel a little weird. It makes me feel like I pee my pants, or it makes my cheeks feel warm. I just feel warm.
Well, that's what Jim told me. He said when you get a CT scan, the medicine they give you makes you feel like you peed, but you didn't pee, did you?
No.
No. I heard that you like to dress up when you go to school. Is it true that you dress up sharp when you go to school? You do? What do you like to wear when you're going to school?
Suit jackets with tie and a white shirt.
You like suit jackets and ties. Hey, you know what? I wanted to have a very special person talk to you, but you have to tell me, would you rather talk to me or talk to Santa Claus?
Santa Claus.
I thought that's what you were going to say. Well, I'll tell you what, let's see if I can find him for you, okay? Santa, I know you're everywhere, but are you here? Are you able to join us? We're looking for Santa Claus because he needs to talk. Oh, what? Santa, how are you?
Hello there. How are you?
Oh, we are so good, Santa. We're so glad you're with us. I already asked Nico this question. Would you rather talk to me or talk to Nico?
Oh, well, I'd like to talk to Nico, please. Is he available?
Nico, I think so. Why don't you guys, he's right here.
Hello, Nico. How are you?
Good.
Oh my goodness, you are all decorated for Christmas. Look at that tree behind you. That is magnificent. Did you decorate that by yourself?
No, I got a little help.
A little help? Well, whoever was helping you sure did know what they were doing. That looks terrific. And it looks like you're wearing the same hat as I am.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, did Mrs. Claus make that for you too?
No.
Oh. My goodness, it's so nice to see you. I really wanted to know what you would like for Christmas this year.
It's a remote control car.
A remote control car? Oh, well, that sounds wonderful. Any particular color?
It's like a blue and black.
A blue and black remote control car. Well, that sounds wonderful. Well, have you been a good boy this year?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you have. And you're 6 years old, is that right? My goodness, you must be about halfway through grade 1 now, is that right? Oh, terrific, terrific. Well, tell me a little bit more about your family. You have a wonderful older brother, I hear.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good. I hear you guys get along really, really well.
Yeah.
Oh, are you best friends?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrific. It's good to have a big brother and a best friend at the same time. That's wonderful. And does he help you out a lot?
Yeah. What?
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Well, it sounds like you have a very wonderful family. Are you excited about Christmas?
Yeah.
How many sleeps do you remember?
3.
It's 4.
4.
4 sleeps until Christmas.
Yeah.
That'll be a lot of fun. Well, do you have any questions for me or anything that you're curious about that might be happening at the North Pole right now?
I don't know.
No? Well, let me tell you a little bit about my reindeer, okay? Now, this time of year, when the days get cold, the reindeer like to get outside and run around, and they like to get nice and fit and healthy so that they're all ready for our long trip on Christmas Eve. So all the reindeer were out today, and it was snowing a lot today. It was chilly, but they had a wonderful time running around and jumping, and they're very excited for their big trip on Christmas Eve.
This sounds fun.
Yeah.
Have you been on the good list, Dave?
Well, I'm on the moderate list, I think. I'm on the medium.
There's a medium-sized list as well. That applies to a lot of grown-ups.
You know what gets me on the good list, Santa? My kids, John and Tess, are watching this right now. And you know what they're excited about? That the show's going a little long, but that just means they don't have to go to bed. So they're very excited. And now they get to see you hanging out with me. Suddenly I'm an important person. So that's a good thing.
Oh, well, I'm always happy to help.
Well, I tell you what, Santa, I know you got a lot of work to do, and you're going to get stuff ready for Nico. And Nico, I'm going to bring you back a little bit later on the show to help me light the biggest candle in Canada, the Calgary Tower, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
All
Nico,
right,
you take
Nico.
care. Santa, you got work to do, don't you?
I'm a little busy, but I've always got time for the Dave Kelly Live show.
Oh, you're a good man, my friend. Thanks so much, Santa. Nico, you're not going to go far, are you? Can you wave to Santa? Nico, wave to Santa for us. Say, see you soon, Santa.
Bye, Nico. Merry Christmas.
That's so good. Thank you, Santa. Thank you, Nico. He's coming back. Don't you worry. We got more great fun things to do. I just want to make sure I have this right. We're going to talk to Jann Arden in just a bit. But before we do, a couple of more Calgarians wanted to say hello.
Oh, hey everyone. Kelly Rudy from Hockey Night in Canada. You caught me off guard. I wasn't ready. I just showing my favorite thing during the holiday season to decorate. But, you know, the Rudies do have a lot to be thankful for during these holidays. It's been a difficult year for everybody. We're so proud to be Canadians, Albertans, and Calgarians, and how giving everybody is for the people that really need it. So, with that in mind, the Rudies also like to say happy holidays to everybody. And as always, we're sending our love. One last thing, Dave. You are so lucky, my friend. I was able to fit in 20 seconds in my day and do this video because I am so busy right now.
Hi everybody, Haley Wickenheiser here, sending you festive cheer in my festive holiday sweater in support of sick kids. Very grateful this year for the fact that my family has remained healthy and safe. My loved ones, hot coffee in the morning, especially after a long shift in the hospital, and the fact that 2020 is almost over. Merry Christmas to all of you, stay safe, and I hope you get a nice holiday season. Cheers.
Thanks so much, Haley Wickenheiser, Kelly Rudy. What great Calgarians. What a great city we have as we're all here tonight, home alone together. And we have, I wanted to just check in with Jann Arden. She is going to finish our show for us. And I just wanted to find out how she's doing and make sure everything's good with her and Russ. Hi, Jann, how are you?
I've never felt or looked better. Russ and I have just been here. I don't know if you've seen Cirque du Soleil, when they have the two strong men that hold each other up and do very choreographed holds. Russ just had me by the heel.
Really?
And held me with one hand, very similar to what he's doing with the guitar. I maybe fell once, wiped out the console, but we think we can still get a lot of the stuff back that we had recorded. But no, we're good. We're loving. This is a very emotional show.
It's wild, isn't it?
Yeah, I just it's amazing to meet people like Anne and Nico and just to see the spirit of the city of all the people here is great.
You know what I realized? I don't even know what you're singing at the end. Do you know what you're singing at the end, or are you just going to wing it?
We thought we would do the Anne Murray catalog. Because this is the internet and there's no commercials, we can, we're going to start with a 17-minute rendition of Snowbird.
Right.
And, people are going to love it. The Heebee Jeebees are going to help us with some doo-wopping. And
nice. And then you can sing, can I sing this song for the rest of my life? And actually do it for the rest of your life.
She did do that for the rest of her life. She had a dance for the rest of her life, and she sang that song for the rest of her life. Hey, we should all be so lucky to have a song like that, Dave.
Oh, and to have a voice and a heart like yours. Now, speaking of, so the show, your show is tremendous. You're recording with Russ. You guys get to work on that. But, okay, explain this to me. There are only 4 Beatles. There's only 2 of them alive. Paul McCartney releases an album, and how did you get involved? What happened?
I have no idea. I just got a call from my office, and the McCartney team, his record came out December the 18th, and they sort of did a global release.
Yeah.
And there's 12 songs on the record, and so the McCartney team chose one person from each territory, so Australia, Asia, the UK. I was the Canadian contingent, so it was all very hush-hush and kind of freaky. And we learned a very bizarre song called Lavatory Lil that we think is about a woman that goes around harming people in a grave way. So I don't know. I thought maybe this is a very fitting song for me at my age to just be so bitter and just attacking people. It's such a holiday spirit kind of a song, you know? But Russ and I, he was a one-man band, and we did a really cool version of it. We have no idea when the rest of it's going to be out. McCartney had 30 seconds on his social media. But it was really weird. It was weird and wonderful, and I got to hand it to Russell for knocking it out of the park. And we had fun. It was a lot of fun to do.
Well, I know, Russ, you texted me the week before saying something's coming next week. I can't tell you, but something's coming. How was it to work on a McCartney tune?
It was incredible. Yeah, it was a huge honor, and it was fun to kind of put, for Jann to put her own twist on it, and for us to come up with something that was, we tried to do something that was kind of Beatle-y, and it was really fun.
You guys I was sideways when it came out. I was so excited and proud for you both, and I mean, I wouldn't have wanted anyone else doing it, so it was well deserved, but I was so proud of you. So look, I know you got to get the lyrics printed off for all of Anne Marie's tunes, so we're going to give you time with your printer to get all that done, and then I'll let you know what's going to happen. We have a very special dance that we're going to do in a sec. I'll tell you about it. Then we're going to light this flame, and then we're going to have Jann and Russ sing for our lit flame. Can you guys get that ready? And the flame will burn for 6 months. You guys sing for that entire thing, if that's cool with you.
That sounds very much like the old Moxie Fruvis sets from the days gone by. A lot of times the whole audience had left and they'd still be performing. So
good for
anyway,
you.
I look forward to seeing this performance. So
let's keep this going. Thanks so much, Jann and Russ. They're going to be doing their vocal warm-ups, and when they're back, we're going to hear from them. Okay, I got to tell you.
La, la, la.
You.
You, yeah, I. Yeah. We're ready.
Okay, good. That's awesome. All right. I want to tell the rest of you at home a quick story. I was talking to Yukichi Hattori. Now, some of you know Yukichi. He started in Tokyo as a young kid and a great ballet dancer, ended up at the Hamburg Ballet where he was a fan favorite, and ended up at the Alberta Ballet for a decade where he was one of the great dancers we had here in our city. This is a world-class ballet dancer who made Calgary his home. And for 10 years, he entertained us and entertained the world with some of the great dances, including Love Lies Bleeding, The Great Elton John Show, and many others that he did. So I was talking to him and I said, I want to create something, or I want you to. And he said, I'd love to do something for this show for all of Calgary at home. And this is what we decided to do. So if you know him, you know what he's done lately, and he's an artist. He left the Alberta Ballet to open a ballet school, HW School of Ballet, with his partner Galen Johnson Hattori and Tara Williamson. They put this ballet school together, and then this hit, COVID hit. I called him and I said, can you do something special for all the folks at home? And he did. And we needed great people to do it. So we talked to Lizzie Munson. Lizzie Munson is a Calgary person. She's a cello player and a singer. And for the last 3 years, she's been playing cello and performing in Ka for Cirque du Soleil in Vegas. Well, COVID hit. And she was here, so she had to come back home, and here she was. So we talked to her. And then she said, what about John Morgan? John Morgan is a great musical director, artistic director, and a pianist. And the three of them got together, and this was our assignment for them. I said, the truth is, as of yesterday, 851 Albertans have died of COVID. For most of us, that's a number. That's a statistic. That's what we go, okay, I understand that. That's a number. But for families in Alberta and across Canada and literally around the world, that number represents their mom or their dad. And this is the first holiday season coming up where they're not with their grandparents. They don't get to call grandpa. They lost their grandma. This is the first time that hits. And so what we thought we would do is they put together a beautiful dance with great music to honor those who have died and those of us who are still around who are missing them, especially for this time. And we thought we would do this for those who died of COVID, and especially tonight with our news, this is for the family of Warren Connell as well. We wanted all of you to know that if you've lost someone and you're afraid and you're sad, that this is what we could do. We shot a video for you. This is done at the Riverside, the River Station Artist Retreat, and it's produced by the great Dave Pierce. And this is for you. Yukichi, beautiful. Lizzie and John, thank you all so much. Dave, thank you as well. What a beautiful, beautiful piece. All right, Jann is going to sing, but before we ever sing, we got to light this flame. So I need to get some guests back. All right, Nico, let me see who I can bring on. Nico and Kidel. Nico, are you with us here? Hi, Nico. Hiya, Nico. Oh, you got your brother. Hi, Kidel. How are you? You guys ready? Are you good? Okay, you better turn your mic on so we can hear you. Here's what I want us to do. We got to light this candle, and I need your 2 superpowers, okay? So this is what I want you to do. I want you to hold your hands like this. You got your hands? Let me see your hands, you two. There you go. I want you to have all the love you have for your family, all the love you have for your mom and dad and your grandparents. I want you to put that in your hands, rub your hands together, rub them together like this, rub them, rub them, rub them. And now I want you to say, home alone together, and hold them out. Home alone together. Okay, let's look at the flame, see if it's lit. Is the flame lit? I don't see a flame yet. That's okay. Okay, hold your hands. Let's see, is Neo and Zeph, are you guys around? Are you guys around? We want Ayo. I should say Ayo and Zeph. Ayo and Zeph, are you here? There you guys are. Okay, and the whole family's here. Okay, you guys, I want you to rub your hands like this. Rub your hands together. Rub your hands together. This is for your beautiful sister and all your family. Put all the love you can and then say home alone together and hold them out. Okay, let's look at the tower. Did it light? Nothing yet. Okay, look at this. Is what we got to do. We need everyone left. Everyone who can be part of this show. Everyone who's been watching the show. I want you to think of the folks you love, the people that matter, and I want you to rub your hands together. Let's all rub them together. Everybody rub your hands together. And then we're all going to say, home alone together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Home alone together.
Together.
Your hands. All right, Nico, let's see what happens. Let's see. Watch. Oh, is it going to? Should we do it again? Let's do it again. Rub your hands harder, Nico. Harder, Nico. Really hard, really hard, really hard. And, oh, you did it. You guys did it. Look at that. You lit the flame. You guys, look at this. I don't know, Nico, how you did that. That's for Aria. That's for all of us who have so much love in our hearts. That flame is saying we are all in this. This candle is together. Those of you at home, if you have a candle, take a picture. If you're near the flame, take a picture. Home alone together is what we're saying. What a great moment. And I tell you what, I'm going to have, when I think of this flame, when I think of this city and the wonderful things that are in it, I think of a voice that can carry that for us all. And that's none other than the wonderful and the tremendous Jann Arden. Jann, you tell so many stories about your mom and your dad, and I'm so glad that mine are still with us, and they had some scares, but I think of you, I think of your heart and your music, and I'm hoping that you and Russ can help us bring all that love back with a final song. Would you do that for us?
Would love to. Russ has been practicing a lot. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe, a vegan turkey, will help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yay. You're so great, Jann. Thank you so much. Russ, you play so well. Thanks for being part of our show, you guys.
Thank you.
What a great, great night. Look at that flame. Nico lit that flame. Thanks, Nico and Ao and everybody. Nico, Ao, Zeph, Kidel, all those folks who lit it. Thanks to the Heebee Jeebees. Thank you so much, Jim Button, Mandy Stobo, everyone who was part of our show. You're such good people. Let's all remember to keep that warmth in our hearts. We're all home alone, and we're all together. Have a great holiday, everybody, and we'll see you on the other side. Be good to each other.
In Excelsis Day, oh, in Excelsis Day, oh. Next year we do the indoor one, Dave. Shepherds are jubilee, quiet joyous strains roll on. Heavenly sound. In Excelsis Day, oh. In Excelsis Day, oh.
Happy holidays,
Home alone together. Angels we have heard on high. Sweetly singing o'er the plains. And the mountains in reply.
Thanks, man.
Joyous strains come to Bethlehem and sing.
Thanks, Jann. Thanks, Russ.
The angels sing. Come adore on bended knee. Christ the Lord, our newborn King. In Excelsis Day, oh. In Excelsis Day, oh. Sweetly singing o'er the plain. Come to Bethlehem and see him whose birth the angels sing. Come adore on bended knee, Christ the Lord, our newborn King.